couple that are just out at our event tonight. And
Just name. They don't have to talk. She can stand up and she's going to name you up.
yep. This is Shelly.
Is she a blocker?
She does sort of. Yeah, she likes to block.
Oh.
You're like, no, it's okay. And then this is the Venomous Vixen. They are. And then that's Pussycat Proulx.
What position?
I have been a blocker mostly, but as I get faster, I'd like to jam. But
She doesn't want to jam at all. Why would someone
who doesn't want to jam?
Me.
It's your target.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It's really tiring. You wouldn't think just circling is tiring, but it's hard.
We're exhausted from walking around today.
Speed too. I don't have the speed and the endurance. The jammers really, it gets very tiring, like she said, because they've got to skate faster and stronger, you know. So I'd rather
Group and then catch up with them again and again and again.
they have to get all the way around the rink and get back with us to jam again. So.
And I had no idea even how it was played until she told me.
Oh yeah.
So who was the first to join this group? Who joined this group first?
That would be Pussycat.
How did you come to join the organization?
I saw, I was at the Sound Garden in Syracuse, and my friend John handed me a flyer. He goes, hey, you should join the roller derby. I'll buy you a pair of skates if you join the roller derby. And I'm like, that sounds great. You know, roller derby. And these are my skates, which I purchased myself. So, and I went to a couple practices and I loved it. And
Now, you didn't have skates before. Did you need to buy particular skates for roller derby, or didn't you?
most of the girl, I roller skated and ice skated a lot before, but these are built for speed. They're low tops, so you can really get your ankles over and get good crossovers. And it's like wearing sneakers. They're really comfy and no blisters.
So you hadn't played the sport before?
No. No, it took me about 3 weeks before I actually understood what we were going to be doing. It's not like any other sport.
What about it appeals to you?
Well, I really like everybody on the team, and I like that it's a team effort, but it's an individual effort as well. You know, you can kind of get psyched up in your own head and think about what you're going to do, and then you all come together and do your thing. And I don't know, it's just, you know, who wants to go play softball? Who wants to go play, you know, baseball or soccer? This just feels good, like being on your skates and rolling around, and it just feels good.
Is it like a uniquely women's sport, or I know?
In Japan, it's a men's sport, and they wear all kinds of shoulder pads, hip pads, and they wear helmets, like football helmets, and unitards.
Would you take any pride with the fact that in the States it is primarily a women's sport, whether it could be a women's sport primarily?
Yeah, it's different. It's kind of like, it's sexy, but it's kind of like sexy with a wink because it's kind of funny, and it's just fun that you can be sexy and strong, and you can kind of, it's like an athletic spectacle, which is it's fun to be a part of that.
Your friend equated it to the WWE, and that you each have your own personas. You told us your name. What is your character's persona?
I am the Pussycat. I have ears, and I am fickle, and I am allowed to change my mind whenever I want. And I can purr and sit on your lap, or I can swat at you and scratch you. I'll do what I want.
Now, how much time during the event? I mean, obviously you don't stop in the middle of it to go into character, but how much time during a standard event do you do things in character?
We haven't done like an actual bout for the public yet, but I think what we're going to do, because we want, you know, there's got to be some kind of spectacle before the bout, so we'll probably do some kind of funny introductions, and maybe we'll plan a couple, you know, fights between bouts, and, you know, we'll probably integrate some stuff in there to make it more interesting. And we'll probably do a really good flyer for the event that'll maybe have a picture and our little fake life story that's really ridiculous and outlandish, like where we came from. And
Are you going to write your own story?
yeah, oh yeah. They're pretty, if you look online you can probably find some. They're funny, the stuff that people write about themselves. You can go to myspace.com/Assault City Roller Derby.
Thank you. So why are you here today dressed as Wonder Woman, first of all?
Mostly because I had already made the costume a couple years ago.
Oh, you made this costume yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. New to this. How long did it take you to make this costume?
I was making it during grad school, so it was kind of in between classes, and I don't really remember, probably between 2 weeks and a month.
Have you designed your own costume for your roller derby persona?
I don't really have a costume yet. We wear our derby gear to practices, fishnets and skirts and things like that, but haven't a specific costume.
So how did you get involved in the sport?
I first saw it on Craigslist, and I just thought it sounded like fun, and went to the MySpace and kind of started emailing people and finding out a little bit. I wanted to do it, but I didn't have any health insurance, which, didn't seem like a good idea. So when I finally got insurance, then it came out and found out Lachelle was in it, and I actually knew her from outside of Derby, so I talked to her a little bit and it ended up coming out.
So I didn't ask either of you, I didn't ask either of you about your spills. What's been your worst so far?
I haven't had any Derby injuries yet, actually.
Should you knock on wood now?
Yeah. I mean, I got a bruise on my knee, but that was not from Derby. That was from hitting it into my kitchen counter, so that's about it.
And you know they're coming.
I broke skating when I was a kid, so yeah.
What about you, Ori?
Oh, I wore a skirt to practice with no pantyhose, and I fell, and I learned a very valuable lesson that when this part of your body hits the sealed gym floor, it rips the skin right off, and you get a bruise with like blood speckles, and so yeah, that's a common one because a lot of girls wear fishnets, so you get a fishnet burn, so you get like scabs in a diamond pattern from falling on the sealed floor. Yeah, rash, rink rash.
What are some other? So we can get familiar with this sport that we're not familiar with, new sport. Rink rash is one. What's another term that's unique to roller derby?
Well, bouts would be what a game is. A jam would be a 2-minute period that they actually are playing. So we have it goes for an hour. There are 3 20-minute periods, and there are 2-minute jams. And you just try to get as many of those as possible in the 20 minutes. And you have 30 seconds to switch players. And I gave you the really quick, brief description earlier, so it's a little more. But jams, bouts, fruit boots, rink rash, and I don't know.
Quads are your skates.
Quad wheels. What else?
The things I think we all hurt the most are knees, shins, elbows. My hand got run over last week. That hurt.
Oh.
A lot of people have bounced their heads off the floor, but we wear helmets. So every time somebody does that, we're like, oh, Shelly's done it twice.
Whether it's for your kid or from when you were a kid, Cloud City Comics has it all. For the newest and most unique collection of comics, action figures, anime, and Godzilla, check out the selection here. Only Cloud City Comics has the most original toys and Hello Kitty merchandise found in New York State. Cloud City Comics. Now open on Erie Boulevard in DeWitt. We're totally serious about you having fun.